Hacha friends, Tato Eduardo Ferronato here. My course, Cholqij Fundamentals is out, and in this video I will take you on a quick tour to show you the dashboard, the list of things I teach there, and decide if this course is for you or not. So without further ado, let's just hop into the dashboard. And here we are, my friends. This is the main dashboard of the course. As you can see, it's pretty simple and straightforward. In one side you have the video of the class with some notes, and on the other side you have the list of modules and topics that this course has. No worries, I will go through each module and break down each one of them so you can have a taste of the full experience this course has to offer. So when you sign into this course, you will land here into this My Path into the Maya Knowledge. This is not a class, this is just a video where I talk about my story, how I arrived to the indigenous people and the Maya people and the Maya calendar. You understand why what I'm teaching in this course is different from what everybody else is teaching out there. I didn't learn this from Western sources about the Maya. I didn't learn this from touristic places in Guatemala like the Lake Atitlan and the areas nearby. I learned this from a traditional lineage in the Maya from close communities. So in this video, I talk about how I got there in these almost 10 years of learning direct with them, how I met my tata, Fabianteu, that most of you knows here in the channel, and how I started learning. And then we arrived to the main part of the course. I designed this course having 5 main modules. First one, Demystification. Second one, Sacred Foundations, that are divided in 3 parts. Third one, Nominal Nawals. Fourth one, Numeral Nawals. And the 5th one, the main cycles. So in the Demystification module, where the course really starts, I talk about the experience that everybody has every time they want to learn about the Maya calendar. What are the layers that you find on the internet in order to learn the Maya calendar? So here I go through the dream spell calendar that people fall through, the new age distortions that are out there, the kind of taint a little bit is the authentic knowledge, and created things like Mayan astrology that is not connected at all with how the Maya calendar is really followed. I talk about the colonial distortions that happened in main Maya communities, which led many of them stop following the calendar. But also here I explain that not all the communities were affected by the colonials. And in here I talk about the reality of the Maya knowledge, how the Maya people from close communities perceive the Maya calendar differently than Western sources that I list here. So you can start understanding the difference in case you already went through one of these stages. So first one is demystification, so we can start clean to the main juice of the course, which begins here in the Sacred Foundations Part 1. For me, this is the gold of the course. I begin with the basic Maya principles, because before you start analyzing Nawals or trying to see what this day means, we need to understand how the Mayas think. We need to understand how they analyze things and how to perceive the world around us. So this is going to be the waters that are going to divide how you learn the Maya calendar. Because with this, you make sure that everything that you are reading makes sense, just like a Maya person would read the calendar. So this for me is the goal, is what I tell my students, that's the most important thing that they always need to go back to. So I break down one by one here, the main ones, so you can have philosophical foundations of the Maya. The second part, I talk about the sacred foundations, the calendar structure. I talk how the Cholqij was formed, the role of the blood, the role of the midwives, concepts as light and darkness, astronomy and the corn, and how everything shaped to form the calendar that the ancestors developed, and then the ones who inherited, that lived in close communities, still continue to develop. The third part here, the sacred foundations, I start talking about gestation. What you hear about the Maya calendar out there is that gestation is only related to the 260 days and that's it. But here I go deeper. I explain concepts just like the Ushlab, how the consciousness of the baby starts being formed, how to start analyzing the roles of the mother and the father to understand a person. I explain differences between Ushlab and Nawal. Ushlab is a concept that is very important that I explain here that nobody talks about. And this will be able to differentiate even people born in the same day and time and almost the same place or room, for example. And I'll talk about practical uses like for personal understanding, for therapy, how it can be used for relationships, ceremonies, and so on. Then in the third module, I start opening more. I start teaching about the nominal Nawals. I go deeper in pregnancy. I talk about more the development of the baby. I talk about the 4 basic type of pregnancies that the Nawals talk about. I talk about the 4 main families that we classify the Nawals. And also I go through each one of the Nawals little by little, connecting one by one, explaining how one explains the other. Then the 4th module, we have the numeral Nawals, in which I explain the other part, how the sexual act is important to the observations and how that affects the person. And I go through each one of the 13 of them doing the same thing. And in the 5th module of this course, I talk about the main cycles. So after understanding the foundations, the nominal Nawals and numeral Nawals, we start understanding the main cycles. That is the Trecena, the Ventenas in the cycle of the mom, that is the ear. So here I teach you how they work, how they connect to each other, so you can have a full frame of how the Maya calendar works. Of course, there are many other types of counting that are more advanced that people do not talk about, but this course was designed to give you the foundation. So even if you read all the books out there, so this course will have lots to add for you. So this course takes you from the zero to the essentials until you start practicing with the Maya calendar. It has more than 25 hours of classes. They are all divided, as you can see. I did my best to organize in the best way. And on top of that, I'm giving you a bonus module that talks about the 13-year cycles, that after you learn these foundations, I give you a taste of something a little bit more advanced that you can start playing, especially that right now we begin a new 13-year cycle. So this is the experience that my course has to offer. In the description of this video, you have the link to access the page and enroll.